In the summer of 2003, something very strange happened deep in the Bucegi Mountains in Romania. Something that would probably change everything we thought we knew about human history. The story begins with a special group called Department Zero, a secret and top-secret unit within the Romanian intelligence services that deals with unusual discoveries and phenomena that go beyond the scope of normal intelligence activities. This elite unit, reportedly created in the early 1990s after the fall of communism, operates in strict secrecy, with only a few agents aware of its full scope. The department uses the most advanced technology, from ground-penetrating radar systems capable of detecting anomalies deep underground to quantum sensors that measure energy fluctuations invisible to conventional instruments. This is how Department Zero discovers a hidden chamber inside the mountain. This chamber is unlike anything they have ever seen before. It is sealed by an energy barrier, like an invisible wall that no machine can penetrate. It is similar in concept to the electromagnetic force fields theorized in the most advanced physics research, but never before confirmed in the real world. Naturally, such a discovery cannot go unnoticed by the Pentagon. The US Army headquarters gets involved, deploying specialized teams and equipment worth millions of dollars. Although they have seen a lot, what they discover leaves them shocked. An unprecedented combination of natural geology and advanced technology that refutes known science. Radu Cinamar, a researcher who somehow manages to gain people's trust, is given permission to see some of these secrets. His stories, documented in a series of books, combine first-hand accounts with detailed descriptions that sound like science fiction but are claimed to be real. The tunnel discovered inside the mountain was perfectly straight and symmetrical, stretching for hundreds of meters without a single deviation and curving at exactly 26 degrees, as if it had been designed by someone who knew exactly what they were doing. But that wasn't the strangest part. The strangest part was the two energy barriers blocking the entrance and exit of the tunnel. They were not made of stone or metal, but of pure energy that allowed nothing to pass through, similar to the plasma shields studied in experimental physics laboratories, but on a scale and with a stability that had never been achieved before. Attempts to penetrate these barriers with conventional explosives, lasers, or electromagnetic pulses failed one after another. However, when Radu and his team tried to get inside, they used a special plasma drill, not to break through the field, but to cut through the rock. This plasma drill operated at temperatures above 20,000 degrees Celsius, allowing it to cut through even the hardest materials with precision and minimal vibration. This was a secret mission, carried out quietly so that no one would notice. When they got inside, they discovered a huge hangar carved into the rock with perfectly smooth walls that did not resemble anything from thousands of years ago. By comparison, even modern construction projects rarely achieve such flawless results without extensive polishing and finishing work, which made the craftsmanship here even more astonishing. The smoothness was equal to that of modern granite walls found in high-tech laboratories. The energy barrier inside was not a wall, but something like an invisible force field. When Radu tried to pass through it, he felt a strange but pleasant sensation, while the others experienced headaches and dizziness. If you have ever experienced slight discomfort near strong magnets or electrical appliances, you can understand how this barrier affected different people in different ways. It was as if this barrier was testing them to see who was allowed to enter. In the heart of the mountain was a huge hall called the Hall of Projections. This place was lit without any lamps. Stone tables in the shape of the letter T, which in Greek means God and symbolizes divine knowledge and power, lined the walls. When a person approached one of the tables, colorful three-dimensional holograms appeared in front of them, showing amazing scenes. For example, the inside of the human body. They resembled modern medical imaging technologies such as MRI and CT scans, but were far more interactive, vivid, and spectacular. They say that compared to this holographic display, modern medical scans look like ordinary black and white photographs. Radu saw a hologram of his own body, with all its parts moving and changing as he moved his finger across the table. It was like watching a living, glowing drawing of himself. But it wasn't just about human bodies. The holograms showed knowledge about physics, mathematics, the stars, and even strange alien races that didn't resemble humans at all. For example, one projection detailed the complex equations governing quantum mechanics, such as those discovered by modern physicists like Schrödinger and Heisenberg, while another depicted star systems far beyond our galaxy, with detailed planetary orbits and atmospheric compositions. Considering the scale of the universe we know today, these projections extended far beyond it, revealing secrets that made our current astronomical knowledge seem like child's play. The question is, who, or rather what, could have known this thousands of years ago? Among the objects was a strange machine covered with cables and sensors that looked like an ancient thinking machine. Something like a supercomputer, but powered by psychic energy. Its complex design suggested that it could process vast amounts of information instantly, similar to today's artificial intelligence systems, but powered by the power of the mind rather than electricity. This made it the ultimate fusion of technology and consciousness, a concept that remains largely theoretical even in modern science. Perhaps one of the most incredible discoveries was a small vessel shaped like an ancient vase that glowed faintly blue. Inside was a fine white powder called monoatomic gold. This was not ordinary gold, but a special form that modern science cannot produce in such a pure form. If you hold it in your hands, you are touching something that ancient alchemists only dreamed of, a substance that can heal and rejuvenate cells, helping people live much longer, perhaps even hundreds of years. This makes it the most valuable and mysterious material known to mankind. Ancient texts speak of this mysterious substance, but until now, it was considered a myth, buried in the annals of history, like the lost knowledge of the Egyptian pharaohs or the secrets of the Mayan civilization. If you think about it, this discovery could rewrite everything we think we know about longevity and healing. Speaking of Egypt, we have a very interesting documentary about its history on our channel, condensed into just 15 minutes. Meanwhile, Radu saw a huge hologram showing the true history of humanity's past, and it was nothing like what we learned in school. He said, "I became convinced of the fallacy of Darwin's theory. His main mistake was that he ignored specific events that happened on Earth a long time ago." For example, the holograms revealed detailed descriptions of cataclysmic events such as massive floods, which are similar to the stories found in ancient texts such as the Epic of Gilgamesh and the biblical account of the flood, suggesting a common historical memory among cultures. The hologram also showed ancient, highly developed civilizations, far more technologically advanced than official archaeology acknowledges. Cultures that existed tens of thousands of years ago, predating the generally accepted chronology of human development by millennia. He even saw scenes from the life of Jesus, with people from different eras watching the crucifixion, hiding their faces so as not to be recognized, suggesting the eternal significance of this event and implying that it was observed and recorded by observers outside the historical period traditionally attributed to it. After this incredible experience, Radu tried to live a normal life, but was soon sought out by a mysterious Tibetan Lama. This Lama introduced him to the goddess Machandi in a remote cave in Tibet. a place steeped in spiritual lore and hidden from the outside world for centuries. Meeting her was like entering another world. She was not human. Her skin was blue and her eyes were bright yellow-green. Radu felt that his mind was somehow captivated, a process called channeling, in which a person's thoughts and feelings merge with those of another being. This changed him forever, opening his mind to spiritual truths and ancient wisdom that challenge conventional understanding, including insights into cosmic consciousness, the interconnectedness of all living things, and the hidden dimensions of reality. But Radu's adventures did not end there. He traveled through a secret tunnel that stretched all the way to Egypt, connecting the Romanian Sphinx with the Great Pyramid of Giza, a distance of over 3,000 kilometers, a feat that defies conventional archaeology. This tunnel was even older than Egyptian civilization itself, predating its approximately 4,500 years of history. Its interior glowed with a strange light emitted by a life form unknown to science, composed of a rare metal called ulterium, which some scientists theoretically suggest has unique energy-conducting properties unknown to any element in Mendeleev's periodic table. In the depths of the tunnel, Radu discovered a floating golden platform with a dark blue crystal pyramid on it. The device was a time machine for the mind, allowing people to project their consciousness into the past or future, not by moving their bodies, but by shifting their awareness. This concept echoes some ideas in quantum physics and consciousness research, according to which the perception of time can be manipulated by the brain. Radu describes the experience as falling upward through a tunnel, hearing a familiar voice, and seeing the goddess Machandi again. But that's not all. He also encounters 3 strange creatures that resemble humans but are not, with slightly elongated features and iridescent pearly skin. They radiate such a bad feeling that Radu desperately wants to tear himself back to reality, a feeling that, according to some studies, is described in over 70% of documented cases of paranormal or extraterrestrial contact. Later, scientists discovered an unfinished tunnel beneath the Pyramid of Khufu. This tunnel suddenly changes direction underground, suggesting that the pyramid's builders knew about the secret chamber in Romania, demonstrating a level of engineering and geographical knowledge far beyond what had previously been believed. Classified information leaked from certain intelligence agencies reveals that the builders were reptilian beings, an ancient race often mentioned in stories about aliens controlling Earth. These reptilians have sealed themselves inside the Earth, adapting too well, and now they want to escape. Radu's story is full of mystery, danger, and wonder. It challenges everything we believe about our past and the forces that shape our world, much like the discovery of Göbekli Tepe, which rewrote the chronology of human civilization. The Romanian Sphinx and its hidden tunnels hold secrets that could change humanity forever, waiting for the day when we are ready to understand them. The question remains, who built these incredible structures and why did they hide them so carefully? Skeptics call it all fiction, but until the truth finally comes out, we should not dismiss anyone's claims lightly, no matter how illogical they may sound to us. You may remember David Grush, Luis Elizondo, or Ken Johnston. Their claims were dismissed until the noise they made led to lawsuits and investigations by special secret government agencies. To quell the scandal, the government officially released some of its recordings of unidentified flying objects online. Unfortunately, this was not much of a breakthrough, as these images had already been leaked to the public. However, their recognition by the government as official and unaltered recordings is a small step forward. But more on that in the video you see on the left.